Hello everyone, myself Farwahita, Assistant Professor of CSE Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am here to explain a few topics in the subject CS 8592 Object Oriented Analysis and Design. Here we are going to discuss about the object oriented methodologies. The objective is to learn or understand about object oriented methodologies. Object-oriented methodologies are set of methods, models, and rules for developing systems. Modeling can be done during any phase of the software lifecycle. A model is an abstraction of a phenomenon for the purpose of understanding the methodologies. Modeling provides means of communicating ideas which is easy to understand the system complexity. Okay, we have a model by which we understand the system easily without any complexity. So object oriented methodologies is classified into three, that is the Rumbaugh et al. OMT, that is object modeling technique, the BOOCH methodology, and JACOBSON's methodologies. First, let us see about the Rumbaugh et al. Model object modeling technique. The object modeling technique describes a method for the analysis, design, and implementation of a system using an object-oriented technique. The class, attributes, methods, inheritance, and association also can be expressed easily. The dynamic behavior of the objects within a system can be described using the object modeling technique. The dynamic model. The process description and consumer-producer relationships can be expressed using the dynamic model. Then OMTs, that is object modeling techniques, functional mode. OMT consists of 4 phases which can be performed iteratively. The phases are analysis, system design, object design, and implementation. Analysis is the results or objects and dynamic and functional models. The system design means the result is a structure of the basic architecture of the system. Object design is this phase produces a design document consisting of detailed objects and dynamic and functional models. In the implementation phase, this activity produces reusable, extendable, and robust code. Consider about OMT object model. The object model describes the structure of objects in a system, their identity, relationships to other objects, attributes, and operations. The object model is represented graphically with an object diagram. The object diagram contains classes interconnected by association lines. Now let us see about OMT dynamic model. The OMT dynamic model depicts the states, transitions, events, and actions. The OMT state transition diagram is a network of states and events. Each state receives one or more events at which time it makes the transition to the next state. Here the round boxes represent the states and the arrows represents the transitions. Now let us see about OMT functional model. The OMT data flow diagram shows the flow of data between different processes in a business. The DFD use 4 primary symbols, that is process, data flow, data store, external entity. The process is any function being performed, for example, verifying password or PIN in an ATM system. That is called as process. The data flow shows the direction of data element movement, for example, PIN code. So, how the data flows. The data store is a location where data is stored. For example, the account is a data store in the ATM example. Consider the external entity, which is a source or destination of a data element. For example, the ATM card reader. Now let us see about the BOOCH methodology. The BOOCH methodology covers analysis and design phase of system development. The BOOCH sometimes is criticized for his large set of symbols. The BOOCH method consists of the following diagrams, that is class diagram, object diagram, state transition diagram, module diagram, process diagram, and interaction diagram. And this is an example, that is the alarm class state transition diagram with BOOCH notation. The arrows represents the specialization. Okay, we can see here the alarm, it is silenced, enabled, that is to sound alarm. When it is silenced, it has a transition here, and when it is disabled, when this alarm is fixed disabled, that is enable and disabled. Okay, so this is the BOOCH notation. Now let us see about the JACOBSON et al. Methodologies. The JACOBSON et al. Methodologies, example OOBE, OOSE and Objectory, cover the entire life cycle and stress traceability between the different phases both forward and backward. This traceability enables the reuse of analysis and design work, possibly much bigger factors in the reduction of development time than reuse of code. Thank you.